Okay, here we are with more YouTube ad horrors. Now, you may have seen my earlier video on this. I committed a terrible sin. I left one country and went to another, and I tried to use the internet. And we know these days the internet is no longer a worldwide phenomenon. It's all about country by country. It's all locked in. So all of your bank accounts no longer work. You can't log on to credit cards. Try trading stocks or Bitcoin. And no, not possible because you went to another country. And that also applies to YouTube because my yearly YouTube, which I've had for like 6 years, it came up for renewal. Can't renew it when you're outside of the country anymore. They wouldn't let me. And they always did in the past. So the World Wide Web is becoming a worldwide noose. We're back to the old days. So I started getting served ads, and the ads are also a horror. They're advertising things that are illegal where I live, and a lot of gross stuff, a lot of weird AI stuff. And I just thought, it was interesting to look at. And here we have our first thing here. What's this? This is some kind of rubber dentures, and a lot of the ads, especially this ad, seem to be AI generated. It's hard to tell. A little too clear. Maybe there's advances in materials that make this work. I don't know, but this is gross. How sad to be one of these young meth mouth people who need this, but I don't know. It's just a weird ad, and they served it to me a lot. I have got plenty of teeth, probably too many, but I don't know. It's wasted money on them, but it was interesting. Here's another thing. This is an ad for like an AI Zillow. So the whole concept of this is young people are so crazy they can't shop online for a house. They can't, like you have check boxes like you want it this amount or this amount, and you want it this many bedrooms, and you check the boxes. The whole point of this ad is that's almost impossible to do. Oh no, check boxes. I can't do it. I gotta rub my head. We're dumb. Now all you do is you talk. Duh, I want a house to live in. I don't want my clothes to get wet when it rains outside.
3-bedroom home.
You're a good elementary school.
It's a weird thing. You get this idea with a lot of AI that other than plagiarizing and getting through school by using it to cheat, not a lot of stuff for normal people to use it for other than like animated cat pictures. So companies are just seeing if anything will work. So this is something like a Zillow, that instead of the check boxes, you just tell it what you want. Like a realtor?
What I really want
Dream big, Carla.
is to walk to Whole Foods.
Sure. Check out the 8 homes in the Seattle area that match
And there it is. I don't know what. Again, that's
No filters, no boxes.
go past that. Let's what next. What's this? I just filmed these or videoed them to my side as I was watching. Oh, this is interesting. I kind of had disdain for this. Being an older person, you're supposed to have disdain for the young and their wild fashion. But this is an ad for Fuji water, and it kind of gives. In a former day, instead of water, this would be some kind of alcohol or cool soft drink. But you see how they're trying to give like a young, hip vibe. You can be this young and this hip and buy clothes with scantily clad women who are probably loose. And, if you just drink our beverage, which is water. Apparently, I guess the young people are not drinking alcohol as much. So this is kind of aspirational advertising. See, you could be like this, be like them, if you just drink Fuji water. So I know I'm going to go out and buy one right away. Oh, he took his shirt off. Okay, what do we have next? We got
Security mistakes, compliance
compliance violations. Because untrained IT teams are expensive. But if you train
See, I turned the sound down so it wouldn't echo, but I can't remember what this is for. I'm going to turn the sound up for a second.
CBT Nuggets keeps your IT team sharp. Yeah, we should probably do that.
Let's build your team's IT training plan today. Visit.
Oh yeah, there's some ads, and I think since I was new, since I lost my premium, they like throw a bunch of very weird ads, outline ads, just like a business to business thing. I wonder why a company could spend this much money on just random normies watching YouTube videos to do a business to business kind of ad for IT training of all things. Get that volume back down.
CBTnuggets.com.
I am very excited to play this game. I'm going to do
Okay, here's.
through of it.
This is kind of an influencer kind of ad where a guy's talking to you about how fun it's going to be to play this game. Let's jump ahead. Are we still talking about it?
Awesome, and this game gives me that vibe just based off reading it.
I'm sure it's a great game, but
These are just to cover their.
okay, here's the teeth again.
A technician from Zurich Precision Dental Lab told me their lab.
I can finally eat apples
2026
and bite people.
thermal technology.
It's even the teeth are soft. I don't get this. But then when you look at some of this, it does seem AI generated.
Evolutionary material
I don't know.
activates with just one.
I have such ridicule for this product, but then on the other hand, I'm a little intrigued because you think with all the modern materials, maybe they can,
Securely, it feels like
they
it's
should
going
be
down
able
to
to
your own jaw. The
make
business
something like this.
business meetings or on dates, it looks
It is though weird. I guess it's this meth mouth thing. So many young people have just got teeth pulled out, and it's expensive to fix them. You see, when I was a kid, they said dentures weren't going to have them anymore because they didn't pull teeth. They fixed them, and everybody got their teeth fixed. And more dentures. Oh, an apple? See, AI is, some of this is clearly AI. Now, this I just wanted to film. This is something they advertised. It's like a 30, I don't know, was it 30 centimeter high glass bottle of a bird for only $30? Could it really be that much? I don't know. I just thought this was a funny, peculiar thing. This isn't a motion ad. This is an ad a static ad on the side. But that's pretty cool. But could you really buy, I think it's a bottle of booze, but I'm not clear. And again, this is, the image is AI generated 100%. So I don't know.
Mosquito repellent never felt so good.
Quite a few ads for this off stuff. Okay. Quite a few ads for pet food stuff. This is an interesting example of the anecdotal evidence or maybe not that. It's the call to authority, where you have this guy who says he's a doctor, and I guess essentially you're killing your animals by not feeding them this food. So let's go on. Yeah, say yes. This is they're using a kind of colloquial speech here for some kind of medicine. Oh, and here's a series of ads for. Okay. This is great. This is something this is like propaganda from an energy company that's telling you how good the AI data centers are, but it recontextualizes it like you have just general information. One of the questions they ask is, will the power go off if they put in an AI center? And so this power company has this propaganda to teach people that, no, there'll be plenty of power for all.
Today, we're talking data centers and AI.
You see,
Is here
See, AI is wonderful in the power. This is kind of an ad, maybe aimed at older people. Again, it has this generic people who the guy in the cowboy hat, just an average Joe, and they're telling you how AI is great. We're gonna farm over all this farmland, and the question isn't that it's going to take away 40% of the jobs as advertised. Your question is, as they state it, will the power go off? So that's one of the things people in authority do when you have a problem and they try to explain it to you. They restate the question that you're asking in not the tough question about why do we want to lose 40% of all jobs? Instead, they change it to, will the power go off? This is disgusting.
Hats, hoodies, and more. Just think it, click it, and print it with Vistaprint. Print your possible with 20% off your first order at Vistaprint.com.
This is, print your own t-shirts. I don't know what money there is in that anymore.
There's a new leader in safety. Mazda is the safest new car brand.
Car. I'm kind of stunned by a real advertisement, because, back in the old days in the 90s, you wondered whether all the ads from television were going to come onto the internet. Cornflakes, cars, financial services. Some of them did, but the internet certainly is filled with a lot of dreck.
You hear audio and endless confusion. If you're looking for a modern alternative to a telephone entry system, meet Butterfly Man.
This is another odd business-to-business ad that I was served a lot. Like, I own a rental property, which I don't, and I want this keyless entry system for people. This isn't for an individual. This is for building owners. So, another real long, completely AI-generated stuff for some probably AI-generated game. Drek. Okay, here's another thing. This is from the same, I think it's a Colorado energy company. Oh, because YouTube doesn't realize what state it's in, so it thinks I'm either in Michigan or Colorado, which I'm in neither state. So a lot of their ad revenue that's being spent on me is wasted. And I'm not blocking my location either, but it is interesting. So here is another ad from the Colorado Power Company to propagandize you, to tell you that the power won't go off with these giant data centers. But it's hidden under a kind of pseudo-documentary about this cool amphitheater they have.
Something really special. Or just the surroundings, but there's something
there's
really
people,
special
how good they feel
We don't lose sight
about
what's
this
happening.
place here.
We're still considering
But again, it's just propaganda from the power company to soothe your frayed nerves over this AI stuff. I mean, we told you it's going to take away 40% of the jobs. What are you complaining about? It does look like a cool place. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. There are also these ads where they're recontextualizing AI in a way to try to tell people that it is useful for them and it's not just good for plagiarizing or taking jobs away. But oddly, the ad itself almost seems like it's AI generated. I don't think it is, but the guy and the way he speaks, in the kind of sterile way this is filmed, in the different little angles, and then he shows how to make this garbage game like you can make a game. It's strange how they're still pushing this consumer angle. This all is AI slop art, how wonderful it is. And then this guy's talking at you like he's a robot. Okay, here's another hip people. See, they're carrying the Fuji water. You could be hip people. See, they're even hanging out with a black guy. They're super hip. They're going to Vegas. Oh, they're all friends. They got messy hair. They're dressed cool. Oh, the women are looking at them. See, this is aspirational. And before it'd be alcohol, now it's water. Spider-Man, is this
You think I'm Scorpion? Anytime I want, I can beat anyone I want.
Spider-Man ad, I guess? Okay.
Just one at a time, please.
Pay. Imagine never brushing your retainer again. Just water and the touch of a button. Outdated cleaning methods.
See, some of this stuff seems like maybe it's drop ship stuff,
on either scrubbing power
and
or
you
proper
generate,
sterilization.
you know, instead of making it seem cheap in the past, you use AI to generate ads for it, and it looks like a big time consumer product, but it's like an AliExpress sort of thing, probably. I don't know.
Project rendered super fast.
Looks like Terry's no longer in the group.
Start strong with an Intel Core ultra-powered laptop at Best
Okay, here's Best Buy. That's a normal kind of ad.
I definitely wish I would have looked into Xiaflex. I wish
This
I
is
would
a
have done my
weird
own
thing.
research.
You know, this is people have some disease where your fingers all cramp up like claws, so there's an ad. I just think it's funny that, you know, they can advertise drugs like this, and on the advertisement they've got to tell you all the side effects. You know, I mean, this isn't like a drug you could go to buy at Walmart. You'd have to go and be diagnosed and have a doctor give it to you. But somehow, because of the liability, the drug people who are advertising it have to say all this small print burble in their ads. I don't quite understand why that's necessary.
Or let Rampton. Never chase or receipt again. Ramp.
Some kind of app
Love finance.
for business.
Tito's has a new 100 milliliter bottle. This is 100 milliliters, and I'm 100 years old.
The best thing about being
Some kind of little drink. I don't know if it's an alcohol drink
please.
being
I don't even like
sold by maybe kind of cool old people. It's a different tact.
Here's to 100. Here's to 100. Here's to 100 milliliters.
They're all supposed to be 100. It's kind of interesting ad to advertise it like that. I don't know what that is.
Nice day to be commemorating the 150th birthday scratch game with my best friend.
Some lottery, gambling. I bet most of this is all AI. See that painting is AI. Garbage.
Real victory. Savings.
Are you talking about bowling?
No. Bundle, Jan. Bundle.
Bundle and save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
All this quirky advertising. We're quirky people doing quirky advertising.
Hey, you know my guy.
Your guy?
He's super.
Here's the same kind of ad. It's super quirky.
So good news.
Oh, he likes hamburgers. Something, I don't know.
With severe asthma or inadequately controlled chronic rhinosinusitis with nasal polyps. It's not for sudden
More
breathing.
drug ads.
Questions with energy answers. You'll hear Colorado.
This is another from the Colorado Power Company that knows you're concerned about AI, so it's going to teach you that the power's not going to go off. This is this insane ad I have 1 million times. This ad starts off, you know, it's clearly all AI generated ad, probably the AI generated game. And even the text for it, they start off saying, "This seems impossible." And then they show a hole and balls falling down the hole. What's impossible about that? It's the strangest kind of thing. It is kind of a symbol that maybe all of this is just maybe generated by AI by non-native speakers. It's somehow compelling, or maybe they've hypnotized me. I have such disdain for this commercial and the text and everything about it, but I want to clean up those balls and something satisfying about that. I got to get away from it, or I'll be downloading it. Okay.
Alyssa here.
Are you wondering how to find a single entry point or SEP agency so your adult child or loved one can get on the Parent CNA program to start getting paid for the care you provide? Let's head over to the classroom to learn.
There's money. I grew up where there was no government money for anything. Now there's all these programs. If you live in the house with your mother and you can get some kind of money for taking care of her if she's old and frail, I suppose that's okay.
You can afford to play.
Let's get more from money. Huntington Bank.
Again, they have the wrong area. I'm not in whatever area that bank is in.
Everyone can access their money as they earn it. Welcome to the
Or garbage app. This is this projector thing with, I think, an AI voice.
Already the #1 bestseller online. Just plug in the USB and in 1 second.
There's a sort of, even though it sounds very real, the voices, there's a relentless single tone quality about them as it kind of like clicks and peppers along that maybe calls it out as AI. I don't know. I feel like I'm falling down a hole myself watching this. This is weird too. They're advertising all this fish.
Yellow croaker with absolutely no harmful preservatives.
See that they have the logo of USDA and FDA there. I don't know. I don't think you're allowed to do that. But you know.
After my grandfather ate it for a week, all his health indicators actually stabilized. My grandmother...
See these health claims about after you eat it for a week, all your health indicators stabilize?
So much after tasting it.
This is also an AI kind of voice peppering along.
Most people don't realize that deep sea yellow croaker
This is a long ad, and you know, I'll tell you, as much as I have contempt for it, I want to eat some of this fish. I've lived in Asia for a long time, and you have some of these fish are just fantastic. You can eat like a whole bucket full of them. Just
harvested only during this season of the year. If you miss this opportunity, you might have to wait another year.
You know, all the stuff is you know, act now, advertising garbage. I hope that when I was in school, they taught us how to resist ads and what people said about and the methods that they use. I hope they still do that, because more than ever you see all this advertising burble being used against people. This is some guy who's pretending to be a bad singer with bad songs to try to go viral or have a meme. You know, there's a lot of people who've done this over the years. I think most of the time they did it genuinely. This guy clearly is trying to become a meme, but I don't think it's fake. I think it's a poser. But he's spending a lot of money for ads. I've gotten a lot of his ads.
It's actually on the World Health Organization list of essential medicines and is used in hospitals around the world.
Oh, yeah. This is advertisement for horse tranquilizer. I don't think I could say the name of the substance legally. It's just like if you look in the other ad, YouTube was selling illegal things. I would think that AI, as much as I deride it, should be able to see that sort of thing and stop it. But this is a
to explain how ketamine affects the brain.
This is a kind of drug associated with Matthew Perry, if you know what I mean. They're trying to advertise it. See, I was listening to a lot of this EDM music, so when you do that, drugs for, I didn't say that, I said ads for substances pop up. I guess they assume that's YouTube says, well, this is a selling opportunity for us.
Developed jointly by a renowned razor brand team and New York University. It not only shaves, but also neatly trims hair and nose hair.
This is another probably AliExpress dropship thing where they made an AI ad that's good, and they have in America, no matter what, if you got an English or Aussie accent, we think that's high class. So you're getting a lot more of those AI generated voices.
Your pod in, one button, walk away. I came back in 10 minutes. The water was brown, not a little cloudy, brown. And here's the part
this is
that color.
Another kind of probably dropship thing. It cleans your fruit. I don't know what this is.
It's not dirt. It's not the skin bleeding into the water. It's the pet rubbing, no refills. Price, 3 in the morning.
Again, they do make some claims about what's left on the fruit. I don't know how much of that is true or not.
Supports overall mental wellness.
This is a fascinating one. Okay, this is an ad where they're selling a mobile app game, some little game, but they're not selling it to dumb kids. They're selling it to dumb old people. And it is intriguing because they have, I think, with an AI generated doctor here making these claims about hand-eye coordination, that kind of thing. And I think maybe gaming might be good for older people for some of these reasons he states, but it's an interesting advertising tact I don't think I've heard before. But I don't get out much, so
100% free. Take care of your mind today.
So you download this for your grandma, and she's supposed to. I guess I cut that off. That there's these big pictures, and there's cats hidden in them. Doesn't it sound like an old person thing they'd want to do?
Tariff Plus, $100 a month that you're already paying. The most expensive subscription you can't cancel. Learn more at smallbusinessesagainsttariffs.org.
That was interesting. That was some kind of political action ad.
And the excitement at BetMGM Casino with their new player offer. And right now, the action is on the Price is Right casino.
Some kind of almost like a pseudo gambling ad. There's some influencers advertising it for them. This is something about telling people not to run over bicyclists. I agree with this ad. I don't think they should be run over, nor frightened out of their wits by you honking at them. So.
Reflectors at night. Remember, we're on this road together.
It was almost embarrassing how hard I came, like a total amateur. After I got the full step-by-step.
Oh, brother, there are all these erectile dysfunction ads. And I've said some of these words, and I said some of them accidentally. I know normally videos can't be promoted, or they won't be promoted if you say some of these words. But they're words that are in the ads that YouTube serves to you. And the stuff this lady says, I'm a man of the world, but it made me blush. Some real crazy stuff I don't think you would want your kids to be listening to. So that's just a snippet. This is this weird thing. I think there's an article criticizing this in Forbes. When is the last time you've heard someone selling bonds directly to consumers over ads on the internet and YouTube? And I think it's like 9, it says 9 to 13, but I remember it was like 9 to 12% interest. You have to look this up online. This is Phoenix Energy. Seems peculiar. I don't know why.
In 2024, Phoenix Energy rose to become
how companies trying to solicit investments online. I don't get it. On YouTube ads alongside mobile games and erectile dysfunction ads. It's got to be legit.
See the breakdown right here. And now
a lot of auto insurance stuff. Now in the past I went through all the companies, and all these ones that advertise cheapo, they're sky high. So I think they just want to get your information. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But there's a lot of very emphatic person, like they're using the influencer thing where like the person holds up their phone and like they're just trying to show you, because it's person to person, how much they've saved $1,200 a year. I've only had 3 DUIs, and they cut all my stuff. It's no scam. I'm just a regular person like you trying to get ahead.
less per year. That's $1,700 that I could be spending my money.
Thank goodness. I think this is the last one. That's more horrors of YouTube ads. I just wanted to share that with you because it was such a shock to me that the kind of general cesspool of advertising that was being served to me, some weird illegal things, some dodgy things, and a lot of kind of maybe low quality stuff. It certainly hasn't been the case that the high spending big corporation ads from the age of television somehow transferred over to YouTube. Instead, it's just a lot of It's a lot of junk and things, sometimes verging on a scammy aspect. But anyway, please like and subscribe. I've been trying to get this channel going for some time. So if you're interested in anything I've said or it entertained you, please like. That would help me a lot. Thanks. Bye-bye.